Hey, what is up everybody? Today is Saturday, December 4th, and we're going to be talking about the newest updates on the stimulus package, the $1,200 stimulus checks. We're also going to be talking about what you need to know about this last week, how we're looking in terms of the newest proposals. We'll be talking about vaccinations and some of the good, the bad, and the ugly news that is happening right now. So let's get started. Now, if you haven't done so already, make sure you smash that like button for me. It helps share this video, shares the knowledge, shares the love. Be sure to hit the subscribe button as well if you want updates on things like unemployment, you want updates on things like stimulus checks, financial information, and things that are pertinent to what's going on right now. So we are at a very, very crucial time right now, and that is because by the end of December, pretty much every single relief package regarding the pandemic or the coronavirus will be expiring. And as you can see right now, that includes the PEUC, which will be ending December 26th. We've got the PUA that will be ending on December 26th as well. We also have the eviction moratorium that will be ending December 31st, and the foreclosure and forbearance December 31st. Now, we actually have some good news regarding these things. So it was just announced recently that the mortgage forbearance and foreclosure will actually be postponed from December 31st to January 31st. So it is getting pushed back. In addition to that, the student loan payments and interest will still be at a stop, and that was pushed back also till January 31st. So we do have some good information right there. Some other updates and information that's very important is that 245,000 jobs were added in the month of November, which is pretty good. However, it was not as good as expected, and it leaves our current unemployment rate around 6.7%. In addition, we are starting to see a major spike in coronavirus cases, with a lot of states and cities talking about shutting back down. If you live in places like Los Angeles, like I do, we are already starting to see that happen. Now, like I mentioned, a lot of these unemployment benefits, a lot of these pandemic relief packages are expected to end by the end of December. And if we fail to come to an agreement, around 12 million Americans will be losing their unemployment benefits. Now, this is something that Biden spoke on just the other day, urging lawmakers to finally come to an agreement and to see this as a down payment, because it's going to be a very bad situation if we have 12 million Americans going without unemployment. Now, as of right now, we have three major proposals that are being pushed that have the highest likelihood, and really it only comes down to one. But we have Nancy Pelosi, who has her own proposal that's going to be around a $2.2 trillion package. We have Mitch McConnell, that's going to be around a $500 billion package. And then we have a bipartisan proposal as well. It's going to be something that both the Republicans and the Democrats are working on, and that's going to be that kind of middle ground, which in my opinion is definitely the most likely it's going to be passed if one does. And in that proposal, there's going to be a $300 a week unemployment extension. We're going to have more PPP program benefits, in addition to other things. However, there is no mention of a $1,200 stimulus check, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute. Now, on some good note or some good news, Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell did actually sit down for the first time in over a month and actually talked about these relief packages this past Thursday. And afterwards, Mitch McConnell had stated that they had a great meeting, that they had a lot of agreements and things that they've kind of both agreed upon. However, even though they had this and they were stating this, we still have an issue where Mitch McConnell is still actively pushing his proposal, Nancy Pelosi is actively pushing hers, and no one is wanting to come to an agreement. And in fact, over the last few days or this past week, we're starting to see now a lot of Republican leaders coming to Mitch McConnell and telling him that he needs to begin creating more of an incentive and creating a bigger stimulus package. And on the other side, we have Democratic leaders who are starting to go to Nancy Pelosi and telling her, hey, like, listen, we need to lower this and we got to come to an agreement. In addition, we also have Joe Biden, who had a press conference just the other day, who is telling everybody, and especially telling the Democratic Party, listen, we need to look at this as simply a down payment. Don't worry about getting everything that you want right now. If we can just get something passed now that will provide some temporary relief, and then once he gets into office between January and February, him and his team can start actually working on a much larger stimulus package to help those who are in need. So as of right now, we're still kind of in limbo land in terms of which proposal will get passed, or if any of them will. Like I said, December 11th is the deadline, and if we cannot come to an agreement then, there will be a government shutdown. But my guess is between these three proposals, the one that's most likely going to be passed is going to be somewhere around that $908 billion stimulus package. But there is no word yet on the $1,200 stimulus check. However, just the other day, Biden did mention that even though there's no talk yet, there still is a possibility that it gets implemented and pushed into this particular stimulus package. Now, in terms of vaccines, recently Bill Clinton and President Obama have both stated that they are going to publicly take the vaccine once it's readily available, just to show the public that it is safe. And in addition to that, Joe Biden has also stated that he's willing to publicly take the vaccination as well. And the whole idea behind this is to get more Americans on board with taking this vaccine and trying to slow down the spread of this virus. But the biggest question remains this $1,200 stimulus check. I know this is what a lot of people are kind of waiting to hear about. Obviously, the unemployment is really, really important as well. It does look like there's a lot more agreement on the actual unemployment. Now, the amount is a little back and forth. It looks like more than likely the bipartisan agreement is showing around a $300 a week. However, Joe Biden has stated in the past that he is for a $600 a week unemployment extension, which would be similar to that CARES Act that we had passed a little while back. And in addition, Joe Biden has also stated before that he is about the $10,000 student loan forgiveness program, which I actually have a video explaining the details of that in the description box below. So be sure to check that out when you can. But that is it for today. Make sure you like this video. It pushes that YouTube algorithm, lets that video get out there a little bit more. It helps me out tremendously. Also, if you haven't done so yet, if this video gave you any value, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well. Make sure you leave your comments below. I want to hear what you think about these 3 proposals, what your thoughts and feelings are regarding the vaccinations, and what your thoughts and feelings are regarding the stimulus proposals and the stimulus check. So leave those comments below. I want to hear from you. Be safe and be well.